All right. Hey guys, we are through day one, almost through with day one. And I am so proud of you. I'm so proud of you for showing up, for being present in day one, for taking this leap with us and learning how to hit goals, love yourself, serve your health, even in the chaotic months. Like we are going into Thanksgiving and Christmas. And while most people around you are probably taking their foot off of the health pedal or saying that they're going to wait until 2020, I want to applaud you for not. And I'm really hopeful that as we move through these 21 days, that not only will you get results, not only will you make some new friends and enjoy this community, but you're going to see that that these tips and these tools that you're going to learn about are going to be able to carry you through on this lifestyle, and recognizing that it's not always perfect, that we're going to have hard days. We're going to have days that we don't want to show up, which is why we had you remind yourselves and share with the group what your why is, because that's what's going to help you show up on the days that you don't want to. The motivation doesn't just happen. I'm not always motivated. Lauren, Haley, we're not always motivated, but action and getting started creates energy. So making your shake motivates you to make better choices throughout the day, putting on workout clothes, taking your Energize, getting into a system, that routine that's going to trigger something within you. We have been potty training our 2-week-old. We've had him for 2 weeks. He's 9 weeks, I guess 10 weeks now, old puppy. And his growth and his picking up on things have been mostly attributed to our consistency, that we have a routine, that when we go out of the crate, we have a sip of water, we walk outside and go directly to the green. That's where he goes to the bathroom, and we have signal words where it's on command. It's kind of similar in the sense that we need to train our bodies and our minds that when certain things happen, it becomes easier. That becomes energy. The movements, the routine that we're in is going to condition us to show up in a certain way, which is why it's important to do your workout at the same time every day. Not because it's necessarily going to get you better results, but it's going to help you show up because you're going to develop a routine. So aside from that, and how proud we are and how excited we are to start this 21 days with you, I want to share with you guys where you have specific access to amazing tools. That Beachbody On Demand is not just your place for workouts. And I also want to show you that in our group, there's some options in the files section that sometimes people have trouble finding. That have some other resources for you, and we'll have the weekly meal plan that you certainly don't have to follow, but it's there for you to kind of choose from, and you can tweak those recipes as well. And I also want to share with you a couple tips about these containers and meal prep, because I want you guys to keep this simple. Keep it simple. I started these containers 5 years ago, and it was the very first program that I did with Beachbody, and I was at a place that I had no idea how to eat healthy. I did not think that a healthy balance was even possible, that it was extreme dieting, or I am just going to be this way and feel this way forever because the other, getting healthier and loving myself and feeling confidence, not an option for me. That is a lie. That is a limiting belief like no other. You can. If you want to go somewhere, you can. If you want to accomplish something, you absolutely can. You just have to tell yourself that you can do it. You have to show up and do these little actions. And again, we're going to instill in you guys that it's not perfection, so that when you do, I don't even want to say fall off, but you slip up in a day, or you forget your shake, or you skip your workout, that doesn't mean that you quit. It doesn't mean you throw in the towel just because you stumble a little bit. We get back together and we regroup and we figure out a plan and we move forward, because every single choice is going to get you either further or closer to your goal. And we want you guys to get closer. I feel like when we get it right most of the time, that's when we make progress. And we want you guys to have fun with this. We want you to be able to enjoy the holidays and travel and things with your families, because that's what this is about. So much of your whys that you guys shared is because of people in your life, people that you love. So obviously, like, we want this to be a joyful experience and something that then just overflows out of you, that starts to influence and impact the people in your life, even when you don't realize it. So we'll start with a couple of tips real quick. So write these down, put them on your phone. But these tips is, like I said, keep it simple. So what I stick, like, I'm a creature of habit, but I also just know that I do better with structure. So I think especially as we get started in this, the stricter that you are with certain routines, the better that you're going to do, because I don't want you overwhelming yourselves. You don't have to make different meals every single day. You don't have to spend hours prepping or cooking. So make your meal plan for the week, and your breakfast should be the same. Most of you have Shakeology. I think all of you have Shakeology. Shakeology for breakfast. Make it simple. And having your shake in the morning, what I've found for myself and most of the girls that I work with, is you make better choices throughout the day. You're going to jumpstart that day with a good choice. You're going to feel better. You're going to feel more in control. And then you're going to want to stick with that throughout the day. Okay? So same breakfast. Mid-morning snack. I would normally alternate between two. So for me, it was like oatmeal. And I worked at the hospital, so I would take dried oatmeal with drizzle a little bit of honey on it, chop up some apples or blueberries and add some cinnamon, and I'd put those in my containers, my yellow container and my purple, and I would mix that at the hospital. Or I would do like a Greek yogurt and fruit parfait, again with a little bit of honey or maple syrup, sprinkle it with some cinnamon. You can put granola on it, but use those containers to guide you, because it's so easy to get off track when it comes to portions when we try to eye it, or we say, I've been making healthy choices, which I think is the case for a lot of people, myself was included. And even when I start to veer off track and notice that I'm not feeling the same, or my pants are getting a little tighter, it's because I've started getting away from the balance of having 2 yellows and not 5 and really just following the balance, because we can say, oh, I'm having these healthier options, but those healthier options are also calories, and they're also things that may serve your body different than somebody else. So I definitely recommend just kind of sticking with those containers for this whole 21 days until you get in a routine. So that was my mid-morning snack, was alternating between those two. So choose 2 things, and there's options in the recipe section in the files. And then for lunch was normally my leftovers from the night before. So Tuesdays here is always Taco Tuesdays. So I would make extra, and instead of having tacos and like assembling all that at the hospital, I would do a salad. So same if we had like salmon or chicken the night before, I would take the leftovers. So it's like a 5, maybe 10-minute process to pack your lunch, is you just throw your mid-morning stack, your leftovers with a salad, and a mid-afternoon snack as well. Done. Easy. Okay. Don't make this harder than it needs to be. And then my dinners, we rotate through the week. And like I said, Tuesday nights are always tacos, but this is where you have to put a little bit more effort in. And I like to have a little bit more freedom with my dinners personally, because that's when I get to sit down with my husband. That's when we get to explore other foods. We get to cook together. And when I was working at the hospital or here and it's just me, I just want to get something that's healthy and easy. I also recommend trying to get your carbs in earlier in the day, or when I used to eat dinner at 9 p.m., we still eat dinner at 9 p.m., but after the hospital and after my workout, it was late. So I try to make that more vegetables and protein, just making those smarter choices if your dinner is going to be later in the evening, since you won't really have the activity to burn that off. And then my afternoon snack, again, choose 2 options and rotate them through the week. Mostly mine is like the hummus and vegetables, a little side of pita crackers, like I shared with you guys for lunch today. And another snack, I guess if you don't do the fruit parfait in the morning, you can do that in the afternoon. But yeah. And then dinner, like I said, you just kind of plan ahead with that. And there's ton of options for you. I also like to do crock pot recipes. So, you could do buffalo chicken tacos or whatever, one pan meals, like make it really simple. We're going to be sharing a lot of recipes with you guys that are like 20, 30 minutes max, so that this is something simple. And if you want a meal plan like on Sundays and make those things ahead of time, I certainly recommend that. My dinners, I like to make as I go, but my snacks, like I'll chop up the vegetables, I'll chop up the fruit, put them in a container so it's easier to grab. And then as far as, was another tip that I had. I just lost it. But I want you guys to just get in the routine of like a couple options and rotating those so that we don't overwhelm ourselves. There's so many options out there and so many things that the more strict that you are, especially during the day, you're going to have more freedom. And as you plan out your schedule for the week as well, so like we have family coming in this week, or if you have date night, or if you have a party with your kids or whatever, especially with the holidays, if you have an event that evening, then get all your veggies and protein in the morning and during the day so that you can go enjoy that glass of wine. You can have pizza that night. You can have tacos that night. Like, just be smart about it and aware that the fact that if you are going to have bread that night, if you want to enjoy cocktails or whatever, you get most of the nutrition on the forefront. So you don't get to the end of the day and think, oh man, I missed it. I should have had this at dinner, but I chose this instead. Set yourself up for success and plan for that. So normally if we're going out for dinner, I will absolutely have a shake for breakfast, maybe a shake again for lunch, or a salad, so that it's just a little bit more balanced for me. And I didn't end up kind of throwing my whole day off. Okay, so if you guys have questions with that, let me know. Like I shared the app with you guys, super, super easy, so it's with you. I used to, before the app was created, I just had a Post-it note on the refrigerator that said how many containers I specifically needed, and I had a notebook so I could like write out what foods I had and how many containers and so forth. But the app, use that. It's so easy. It's going to track your measurements and progress and everything. I don't think I have it pulled up on here right now. Oh, here is the 21-Day Fix app. But you guys can put your measurements and everything in there as well. And I believe that it automatically tracks your workouts as well, which is really great. But you can put your goals in there. But use that as a tool so that you can mark things down as you go through the week. See how cool that is? Perfect, right? Let me share my screen with you guys so that you know where to go. So we have Beachbody On Demand here, which is amazing. So after we do the 21-Day Fix, if you want to do it again or if you want to do something different, there's hundreds of options here. So if you go to workouts, that's where you're going to find your programs. You can do 21-Day Fix, which is real time. So it's always going to be different. And they're mostly talking through it, but you can put music on and so forth. That's what I like to do. But I do still love listening to the cues so I can make sure that I am on track with my energy and my form, because it's really easy to kind of get in our own heads and we're not challenging ourselves as much, or we're letting our form fall. So listening to the trainers is key so that they challenge you and make sure that you're doing things safely, but also correctly, so you're getting the max out of your workout. And please know as well, if you haven't noticed already, there's a modifier in every single one of these workouts. I still modify a lot, so please don't discount what you're doing. Showing up and moving is one of the most important things here. It's not how fast you went or how heavy you lifted. Like, those are going to be non-scale victories as we move forward. But showing up and doing the best you can in this day, in this season, is something to be celebrated, okay? So don't lose track or don't lose sight of the amazing things you are doing. 21-Day Fix, 21-Day Fix Extreme, those are your options. So I'm going to be doing 21-Day Fix Extreme. My husband will be doing it with me. We chose that one because I thought he'd like it more since it has more lifting. But regardless, in either program, If you click on it, it's going to give you your workout list, and this is where you're going to choose your workouts. And the program materials is where you're going to have, they do have the printable like tally sheets and so forth that you can use. This is what I used to use, but this is also on that tracker, that app. And your nutrition here, they have food lists, they have the meal plans. She has a really good video. Oh, here, scroll down to the bottom with the 21-day fix related content. So 3 steps for successful 21-day fix meal prepping. So how amazing is this? She's gonna walk you through like the 21-day fix workout schedule and so forth, but also how you create a meal plan from day one. So this is actually like the meal prep guide, but work through this and see what you specifically need. If you need more snack ideas or more dinner ideas, step-by-step meal prep menus, like a grocery list. She has so many tools here for you. So go ahead and lean into this as you're able this week. Again, don't overwhelm yourself and don't do this instead of your workout. But, take 5-10 minutes throughout the week and just kind of familiarize yourself with this program and the tools that are here, okay? And then as far as this app, like this blog is here, and they have a ton. If you want to know more about Shakeology, if you want to know more about the performance line, that's here. If you want more recipes in general, more tips on nutrition and so forth, we try to bring these things to you in the group, but please know that you have a whole selection here as well. I think that's all I wanted to show you there. And then in the group itself, let's see. Okay, so, whoops, in this one. Okay, so if you go into, this is obviously our main page, but if you go over here into, I don't know where files is. Why can I not? Oh, it's right here. Files. So there's already cauliflower in here, and it's a recipe that has a bunch of cauliflower swaps just to make like pizza and so forth to make things healthier. This is going to be where your meal plans are. And this right here, I just uploaded, which is recipes that fit the fix. So it's going to give you a bunch of recipes and also tell you what containers it is. And this is where you guys can have more fun, especially on the weekends, with pancakes. I don't have time to, I guess I could, but most people don't have time to make pancakes in the morning if you're rushing around the house. But this veggie quiche you can make ahead of time and then take that for your mid-morning snack. But these are just really, really great options for all meals during the day, okay? And then make sure that you guys are checking in. This is where the announcements will be if you guys want to look at what the most recent is. If for some reason you're not seeing the posts, normally right here, especially on your phone, there's a picture or there's a word that says sort, and you can make sure you do like recent posts and it'll automatically populate the things that people have been posting. The daily posts is what we'll want you guys to be checking in on each day, like this Monday, day 1. So tomorrow you'll look for day 2, and that's where you're going to check in. You're going to do the little action here that's at the bottom and check in, and that's just for that accountability. Again, we're going to be showing up, but it's a two-way street. You have to show up too, because we can't make you do these things, but we do know after doing this 4 years and ourselves as customers, clients using these programs and these products as well, is showing up in these groups, leaning in, especially on the days that are really hard, is what's going to propel you forward. It's going to keep you from falling off, and it's going to challenge you to rise when things are really tough. And most of the time, people aren't in the group and checking in because we're not following the program and we don't have the workout to share. We don't have the nutrition or the Shakeology to share. So in that, even if you're really struggling, share that with the group. This is the place for you to come as you are. Be honest. This is a safe place. We want you to use these programs to hit your goals, to be all that you want for yourself and for your families and in your careers. We want to help you accomplish all of the things that you shared with us beforehand. So it's up to you to show up. We're going to be showing up too. We're here for you. Just know that if you need to reach out privately, you can do that as well. But I think you're going to really find that that support and uplifting encouragement is in this group every day. So lean in there, pour out into the other women around you as well. What you put out is what you're going to get out of this as well. So thank you guys for checking out. If you guys have any questions with the meal planning, let us know, and feel free, put your meal plans up in here. And if you have questions, we're happy to help you tweak them or whatever. And as we go along, also know that give yourself grace. You can find what works for you and your family as you move forward. You're going to inspire and encourage the other girls in here as well. You're going to share what's working and vice versa. So let's all learn together. Let's all grow together. And I'm glad that you're here.